So we made it back. Hello. We made it back from the flower farm. That was fun. That was my kind of fun. I told you when I started this channel, it was it was really for me to finally break out of my comfort zone of not doing anything after taking care of work and taking care of everybody else. You know, I sat by my mom's bed for 4 years. She was in a nursing facility. She had had a stroke and could not walk, but her mind was fine. Her mind was sharp, but she was paralyzed. She couldn't walk and had to be 24-hour care. So I would work, and at that time I was working in the office 5 days a week. So I would leave work and go directly to the facility and have dinner with her and sit with her until around 8 o'clock at night and come home and shower and get into bed and do it all over again. And on Saturdays and Sundays went out there as well. Um, yeah, and that was such a blessing to me. It fulfilled my heart to be there for my mom. I wished I could have been the one to take care of her, but I was just unable to, and she needed more than just me. So selfishly, I could not try to take on that, and I would be selfish to try to do it and not let her have the care that she needed around the clock. So anyway, mom passed away a few years ago, and I never really broke out of that pattern of not doing anything. I think I would just come home from work and after work do nothing. You know, watch TV, read a book, sit around, do some exercise, go to bed. That was not healthy for me. I needed more to life than that. So this channel that I hope you enjoy, it's Vibrant Living at this age, is because we can still get out there and do things that are fun for us. What's fun for me may not be fun for you. Whatever it is that you like or don't like. I have never been to a flower farm before. My grandmother back in the day used to plant wildflowers and in her yard. And so when I saw this flower farm online and it was only 30 minutes from my house, I had to go. So I put on my gardening boots and my sun hat and took off. And I'm glad I did. I was virtually there alone. It was me alone picking my flowers this morning. It was not too hot. I got there at a good time, and nobody was there. And by the time I left, there was only one other lady out there, and I'm not sure if she was a worker or not, and then a gentleman. But it was a fun time, a lovely time. I picked some beautiful flowers, and I'm going to arrange them in a vase. So one thing about me that gets on my nerves, I get on my nerves sometimes, is I can organize myself into a point where I don't know where anything is. So I know I have two vases or vases, however you want to say it, and I can't find either one of them. Can't find either one. And I've probably organized myself into who knows where they are, in a box or a container somewhere. That's why I don't want to buy any more containers or baskets or anything for my closet that I showed you, is because once they're in a container and pushed in a corner, I forget about it. Anyway, this is a glass in my cabinet, and I'm going to have to cut my flowers and try to fit them into this in order to arrange them. Not the ideal thing. And then I found this packet of flower food that I had when I purchased some flowers at the market, at the food market. So we're going to use that. And I want to try to make a nice arrangement. My vase would be so much better. Again, I have two and I don't know where they are. Does anybody else do that? Does anybody else feel like you super organize yourself and then when the time comes that you need it, you can't find it? That is, oh, that gets on my nerves, and I can only blame myself because it's just me. So it's my fault. So now I'll have to measure these again against the container that I want to use. So when I was at the flower farm, I could have just brought them all home with the leaves on them, but I actually was gonna try to pick, he said pick as many as you want that will fit into your container. So I really could have picked a lot more because he suggested that I cut all the leaves off while I was there and then pick as many as I wanted to go into the vase. But by the time I did that, I felt like I had a pretty good amount, and I honestly needed to get going because I had some more work to do. But what I'm doing is I'm just going to leave them longer. I may cut them down a little more and arrange them in this glass. And that's probably going to do it for me. But I encourage you to try things. I mean, I've never done that before. I mean, I've picked flowers before, yes. But I've never gone to a flower farm. And when I was online, what I saw was there were like ladies that went out as a group and did it. Young ladies, not all my age. They were younger, and they went out as a group. You know, a book club out there. I mean, there's no seating. There's just like a greenhouse where you go. It's not even a greenhouse. It looks like a greenhouse, but that's where you go to pick up your supplies. You pay based on the size that you want. There's small, medium, and large, and it's based on, the prices are based on that. And that's it. And I'm sure there are others around maybe, but I had just never done it before. And I'm glad I did. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I love fresh flowers anyway. And I usually pick up a bundle when I'm out at the farmer's market to enjoy. And when I'm at Trader Joe's, sometimes I'll pick up some to enjoy. I'm telling you, people, do not wait for somebody to send you some flowers. If you love flowers, go and pick you some flowers. If you don't have time to go pick flowers like I did today, which did not take long, I could have spent all day out there actually. I could have walked around and probably picked up twice as many flowers as I did. But again, I had to run an errand and I had more work to do, so I didn't want to spend too much more time out there. And I think it only runs through next month while the flowers are blooming, so I probably will not get back out there this summer since they just have a month left where you can go pick the flowers. But maybe next year for sure I will, if I remember, I will go pick some more because that was just fun for me. It was fun. It was therapeutic. It was quiet. From the video that I shared with you, you could see how peaceful it was out there, and it's called Crowder Mountain. So I tried to get a shot of the mountain in the background. I'm not sure if you saw it, but it's called Crowder Mountain. Is where I was. And that it's called Flower Farm Crowder Mountain. And there is a website, and it's on this cup. It's, yeah, flowerfarmcrowdersmountain.com. It's right outside of Charlotte. It probably would take you, and depending on where you live in Charlotte, because, you know, Charlotte is, depends on what part of Charlotte you live in, as to how long it's going to take you to get there. But I would venture to say it would be no more than an hour's drive outside of Charlotte. The side I live on, it only took me a half hour. So that was a nice outing that didn't take too much time away, because I did have work to do, work to finish up. Like I promised you, when I started this channel, was to challenge myself to do new things. Some new things, not all have to be new, just to see. You may think you don't like it, and you may not like it, just depends. Or you may find something that you really love to do, right? We are never, ever, ever, ever too old to try new things. Never. That's my motto anyway, because remember what I said? As long as there is breath in your body, hey, go for it. This one needs to go more inside because it's got a little hook to it. The stem is not straight, it hooks. So if I put it more inside of this little glass, maybe it will hook to the outside. Yeah. I'm definitely not an expert at this. I do know to cut the flowers at an angle. I do know that. You know that much. Okay, this is perfect for this glass actually, because it's gonna fit nice and tight, and they're not gonna fall all over the place. This is such a pretty color. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, fresh flowers, y'all. Fresh flowers that I picked myself. Y'all know it's not, I paid more to pick my own flowers, but it was the experience. It was the experience. I would not trade it, and actually would definitely do it again for sure. So I'm not complaining at all. And I love these. They're such a deep, deep purple. Aren't they and different? And they had the names of the flowers out there on each row. I didn't take a picture. I meant to, but I didn't. Kind of slipped my mind. Y'all know, I am not a florist, but I don't think I did half bad. I'm trying to make sure they all can be seen. They all have a place. A place on the stage, honey. We don't want to have anyone covered up. Everybody has equal. Oh, pretty. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Did I do okay? Did I do okay? I think I did okay, and I think this glass worked just fine. Look at that, y'all. Gorgeous. Ah. I'm so glad I did that. So breaking out of comfort zones, doing things you may not have ever done before, or doing things you may not think you'll even like. Now you gotta, picking flowers, I like flowers, so picking them, I knew I was probably going to enjoy that, no doubt. But I'm willing to try some things that I think I might not enjoy. I'm willing to do that if it's budget friendly. It's not something that's gonna break the bank. I'm gonna definitely try it, because remember, we're trying to build that travel fund, because I need that travel fund to grow so I can go. Bags are always ready to be packed in this house, I'm gonna tell you right now. So that was my day today. It's not over. The day is not over, but it is late in the evening. What time is it? Y'all, it's just 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So with plenty of time left. So I don't know what I'm gonna do the rest of the day. I finished my work, my corporate work. That's been done. I may slide up to the pool, but it would be late this afternoon. Y'all, we had a thunderstorm last night. That thunderstorm felt like it was happening in my room. The lightning was so keen. I had the blinds closed, but the lightning was so keen and the thunder was so close that it disturbed me. Disturbed me in a way that kind of made me nervous. Now, I grew up with thunderstorms, and I remember my mom would unplug all the appliances in the house. She would tell us to be quiet, go somewhere and sit your little butts down and be quiet. Her thing was, what did she used to say? Be quiet and respect God's work, It was always, be quiet, God is working. And I'll be like, God is loud, mama. But we did, because we were scared of the thunder and lightning. And my mom, I will never forget, she would go in her room and raise up her window, because it would be raining, and she would raise her window, and the nicest breeze would be coming through her window at her bed, and she would lay there in her bed and read her magazines during the storm. Now I realized, she was making us be quiet. Yeah, maybe in reverence of God's word, but more so to give her some peace and quiet. I get it. So, that made me think of her last night. Get somewhere and sit your butt down and be quiet and listen to God work. God was working last night, because I was a little nervous. That light, I'm like, what do I do? So I was really tired and sleepy, because I didn't sleep the night before. But after that storm blew over, your girl did sleep. I did sleep without taking any type of sleepy tea or or magnesium or anything. I did sleep because I didn't the night before. All right, y'all, have a good rest of your day. I may or may not come back to you this afternoon, just depends. But if I don't, have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.